this is a quick tutorial on how guitars are made. This is a Gibson SG Standard 2006, and I'm going to tell you how it's made. Alright, first step is to get your supplies, which is 2 types of wood: cherry for the whole body and the mahogany for the fretboard. Then your tools. What you need is sandpaper, a saw, and a drill, and maybe some wire cutters for, you know, all the installation, all the stuff in here. Alright, first you get the guitar design, and then you get your wood. What you do is you draw this guitar design out on the wood, then you cut it out, you sand it down to where it's really smooth and where it has these grooves on it for the style look. Then you drill the holes. Drill 6 holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for these tuning mechanisms. Then if you go down here, what you'll need to do is drill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 holes. These 2 holes you need to drill for the screws that go down for the bridge, that hold the bridge, and the toggle switch, which switches pickups. And the tuning, well, not the tuning knobs, but the volume knobs, which, you know, you can do whatever with those, and the chord input hole. Okay, then you'll drill holes for each little screw that holds on this pick guard right here. What the pick guard does is it protects your wood from getting scratches from the pick when you strum. It usually hits that, protects it. So now what you need to do is take your saw and cut a rectangular shape, like from right there to there, and have a, I don't know what they do, I think it's a machine that has it hollow out through here and right here, or right here for the back part, because this is where they're going to put everything up into, which is this, and that. But if you take off this pick guard, which I can't show you because I have the strings on, you know, they'll have all these pickup wires in here, and they feed through here to where, you know, it meets that and the tuning knobs and this. Because when you put this in and then you put it into the amp and you plug it to the wall, it turns on all of these, and then it creates a sound through the amplifier, which has knobs on it too for like rhythm, volume, all that stuff. So after you're done putting in, like drilling your holes, you'll take this mahogany piece of wood for the fretboard, and you'll take a I think it's a saw, that I think that's how they do with most acoustic and electric guitars. They take a saw like machine and they space out, they cut down like a centimeter down into the wood so these frets can fit into these slides and stay in there. So after they do all that, they cut all of the things, they'll put this neck, mahogany wood, into a computer generated saw, well, not saw, but it's a shape designer. It cuts into the wood, leaves you know, engraves these with his lightning bolts, which is inlays. These are marble inlays to mark each, like the 12th fret and the 3rd fret and all that, so you know exactly where you're playing at. So when they get that done, they hammer in the metal bars, which is for the strings, so they don't, so they have something like to lay on and that's smooth, so you can slide and do riffs and stuff, solos. So then they take the guitar, which is the body, not the mahogany yet. They don't do that. They don't mess with that till a few steps later. Well, they take the guitar and they send it through a process machine which spray paints like a cherry finish onto this guitar, which gives it the red look. It's a permanent stain or paint. This isn't a gloss finish. A gloss finish would be like this BC Rich over here. It has a thick gloss finish with this clear, so you know, because they do gloss finishes on guitars that don't have pick guards, just like this BC Rich. No pick guard. So after they're done painting it, they go in to paint the head, which is the head of the guitar where it holds the tuning mechanisms, and they spray paint it black, or yeah, black, because that's all Gibson's head color is black, maybe with a white trim on it, but this one don't have a white trim. What they do is they paint that, and then they have a machine that goes in and gets the logo, which is Gibson, spray paint that, and the Angus Young character, they have that put on there, and then they take a very long truss rod and they shove it down through to the neck. That keeps the neck straight, so when in hot temperatures in cases, usually when guitars are in hot rooms in cases, the neck bends, the wood bends, so they came up with a theory to like put a metal rod down into the neck so it won't bend. So what they did was they put the truss rod down in to the base, and then they put the truss rod cover on, which is that right there, and they screwed it in so it covers it up so it don't look all, you know, nasty and stuff. So once they do that, then they mess with the fretboard. That's when they take the staining, and they stain this whole piece because it's a bright color. So they stain it all, and then they wash it off and get all these nice and shiny, the inlays, and then they take this glue, I don't know what type of glue it is, and they paint it all onto there. They push this down, and they have these clamps that they clamp on in 3 sections, which holds it together, and that takes a day to dry, so you know, so it's on there, and then they sand it, and then they keep it like that, and then they do one more paint coating for the neck, and then that's when they start putting in the mechanisms, which is tuning knobs, string holders, so when you bend it won't come out and like be all floppy. It keeps them in place. Just like down here, this is a second bridge which keeps, you know, these strings in place, and these are set up and down and stuff, give it the right tone. And then this is what holds the strings, because the strings have like a bowl at the end, so you feed it through there, take them up, you stick it in the tuning thing, and then you twist it to where you get a nice noise, so where you can play. But besides the strings, they put in the tuning mechanisms. They get the pickups and the toggle switch and these, keep forgetting what they're called, volume knobs, and the input. They get those made. They put them in the guitar. They wire them. They glue them. They do all that stuff, and they feed it through and connect them all. And then they actually put on the pick guard next. Then they screw in the pick guard and the pickups to where they don't like fall down into the hole. And they put on this and then that, and they pound them in there, make sure they're nice and good. That's when they put on the strings, they tune it, and they have a professional guitarist in the store who actually tries out the guitars, where he plugs it in and he makes sure everything's okay, it sounds right, it don't feel weird, it's in perfect condition. And then they put it in the case, send all the papers they do with it, and then they ship it off to the buyer. And I can't really play a song today because my bottom string broke today when I was practicing for this, and I it's playing pretty rough, I guess. And I broke the bottom string, so all I can do is like so loose, like you heard in the beginning. But I'll play a little bit, but not any like back in black or no chords, nothing like that. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to make guitars. See ya.